Hello students, good morning. Well students, come back to the concept. We were discussing about the tracing changes through 1,000 year, the first lesson in history. And today I will focus on the next concept. So new social and political groups, the new social and political groups of Middle Ages. How India witnessed the social groups and political groups between 700 CE to 1700 CE. 700 CE to 1700 CE. Well students, I have done the two columns here. So one is social group and another one is the political group. So we discuss the one by one. So what is the meaning of social groups? So what is the meaning of group? Group, it is a community of people. It is a community of people, different people. So community of different categories. It is a community of different categories. Means, so it is just like an association of a people. So that's why we used to call group. So in society, so which is quite common was in society in olden days, in Middle Ages, and the rulers, the political groups. They rule, the different rulers ruled our country. On the basis of that, we have categorized like this. Okay, students, we will discuss one by one. In social groups, so there was a business groups. It is also one of the category of the people. The business groups, the group of farmers, the group of travelers, and there was a caste system. So these are the categories of social groups. So usually students, they used the concept of agriculture. They had a concept of agriculture, and the new techniques and new kinds of crops were introduced in Middle Ages. It was possible because of the business groups. So there was a contact between distant lands. There was a contact, means there was a relationship, and there was a business from one place to another place. Means the group of people from one place, they used to move to other place for the business, for commercial purpose. So while traveling from one place to another place, they got new ideas in crops and in agriculture techniques, technologies, all those things. So that's why the concept of coffee, tea, and the Persian wheel, and it is very useful for irrigation purpose, manual irrigation, so providing water facilities for agricultural land. So this the diagram has been, the picture has been given in your textbook. So this is the Persian wheel, so which is helps to shift the water for agricultural land from the low lying water level. So these are all introduced by the business and travelers, because they keep on moving from place to place for business. And the farmers also started growing new crops, new kinds of crops. And travelers, once again, the businessmen and travelers, they used to move from one place to another place. So these are all comes under the social groups. And if you come to political group, see Kshatriyas, you know the caste system. Caste system means in olden days, the caste system means the caste was categorized like upper caste, lower caste, and just a minute, just hold on students. Okay students, in olden days, there was a caste system in their societies in India. So upper caste and lower caste, the caste was categorized like upper caste and lower caste. So in upper caste, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, so considered as upper caste, and Shudras, untouchables, are considered as lower caste. So this was the caste system was there in social group as well as in the political group. So Brahmanas, so reserved for learning, and education was reserved only for the Brahmans. And Kshatriyas means it is only for the warriors, the soldiers, the kings and the warriors. It was reserved only for them. So it is example for political group. Kshatriyas were example for political group, and Vaishyas, business persons, the merchants, the group of merchants, those who engaged in business, and Shudras were untouchables. They should live away from the society, separate. So this was the caste system which was there in olden days in our country in Middle Ages. So this is example for social group and the political group. So among these, the Brahmins were responsible for political groups, and they hold a high position in social groups. And Kshatriyas, they ruled entire their regions or state in the name of the kings, Rajas. We used to call Rajas. See, I have given, see, especially the Rajaputras means son of the rulers. These son of the rulers belongs to Kshatriyas. The kings and the son of the rulers or descendants of the rulers are close relatives. So only they are the responsible for to rule the region or state or king or entire kingdom. So those are Kshatriyas. So as per the Rajaputras, so in each and every regions they had their own names, like Marathas in the south, so Maharashtra, present day Maharashtra, and Sikhs in the southwest, so northwest of India, Punjab region, and Jats in the north, and Ahoms in the northeast, and the peasants. Peasants means a group of small farmers. Ahoms are tribes from the forest. Ahoms. So each and everyone, so later on, so started making their own armies to protect their lands. So gradually, so this was the concept of Rajaputras was changed as per the community, as per the caste. So each and every religion people, and each and every the categories, the caste, on the basis of caste system, they made their own state. They declared themselves as a kings. They kept their own armies, the small armies. Themselves they declared as the kings. So like this, new social and political groups were emerged in medieval ages. Just hold on, students. So we will go to the next concept. Okay, students. The next concept is region and empire. New region and empire. So region, what is the meaning of region? So region means a state or a land, a vast area. So we used to call region. So different geographical region. We used to call different geographical region, different political region. So region means it is a vast area or place. So it may be district or it may be state. So like that. So in olden days there was no districts and state. So it was we used to call in the name of the kingdom. We name of the kingdom or empire, like Vijayanagara Empire, Vijayanagara dynasty, Ashoka Empire. So like that. So which was under the control of the land, which was under the control of their kings, under the kings and kingdom. So we used to call region. So some of them are very powerful. Some kings were very powerful. They had a large army and they succeeded to occupy other lands, the land of their enemies. So like that, the region was on the basis of how much they had an army. So empire means very vast. Dynasty, we used to call dynasty, very big. So in history we used to call Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. So for upcoming lessons we are going to study all these things. So this empire means Mahajanapadas, means very large area, very big area. So between 700 to 1700 CE, so nearly there was 24 new regions and empire were emerged. So nearly 24 new regions were emerged in India. So in medieval age, for example, in the south, Kerala, present day Kerala, were known as Cheras, and Tamil Nadu region, it was known as Cholas. In Karnataka, Karnataka, Maharashtra region was known as Rashtrakutas. It was under the control of Rashtrakutas. In Andhra Pradesh, Chamannas. Okay, and gradually from the Central Asia, the Muslim rule, the kings Muhammad Ghazni, he tried 24 times, and at last, on his last attempt, he succeeded to control Indian lands. So later, Muhammad Ghazni, Muhammad Gori, or Muhammad Gor, we can also pronounce like this, and the Delhi Sultans, and later the Mughal rulers, they started ruling our country. So these are all example for new region and empire. So like this, there nearly 24 kingdoms were emerged in our country between 700 to 1700 C. So later, the arrival of Europeans started coming to our country. Portuguese, English means British, and French, Dutch, they also started coming to our country. So these are all example for new region and empire. So in your textbook, students, page number 9, in page number 9, so in map of India, so it was known as Indian subcontinent. So nearly there are 24 regions and empires has been given. Just make a list in your practice book. Just try to write the name of the regions, and they have given some clues. So which region it is, where it is located, where the region is located. For example, first clue, Swistian, where it is exactly the northwest of Indian subcontinent. So of course it is present, it is in Pakistan, but in olden days it was known as Indian subcontinent. So Afghanistan, Pakistan, Baluchistan, okay, this region was under the control of Indian rulers. There was no separate country like Afghanistan, Pakistan. So it was known as Indian subcontinent. Just make a list and try to write down all these things in your practice books. You will come to know which region is located in which part of our Indian subcontinent. Just hold on, we will go to the next concept. Okay, students, now the new and old religions, the old and new religions were appeared or emerged in medieval India. I told you before only there was a caste system in our society in medieval age. So caste system was categorized like Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. So only Brahmanas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas were allowed to worship the god. They were allowed to worship the god, and they were allowed to go to the temple. And the entry was restricted to Shudras, untouchable. There was no entry for Shudras or untouchables. So the worship of the god it was only reserved for Brahmana, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. So Kshatriyas were always engaged in wars, and they constructed the temples, and the Brahmans are allowed to worship the god. So there was a belief only through Brahmans they can reach the god. See, the concept was there, and the Vedas, the ideas, the knowledge of Vedas, Upanishads and Sanskrit, it was only reserved for Brahmanas, because only they are allowed to go to these learning centers, to Gurukulas, not the Shudras. And Vaishyas, of course, they were businessmen, they are also allowed to go to the learning centers like Gurukulas. So, and Shudras who are not allowed to go to any temple and to worship any god. So the concept of new bhakti, the idea of new bhakti was emerged, and new groups appeared in our society on the basis of this, in Hindu religions, especially in the Hindu religions. So we know that we have many gods. Yes, there was a countless Hindu gods, because each and every community will worship and they will follow their god. So in upcoming lessons we are going to discuss more about the concept of bhakti, the ideas of bhakti and all. And here once again in Hindu religion especially, so there was a concept called Nayanars and Alvars, means the people, those who will worship the gods, the Lord Shiva, are known as Nayanars, and they worship only the Lord Vishnu are known as Alvars. So all these things we are going to learn in next upcoming days. So apart from this religion, so there was a Jainism and Buddhism. The concept of Jainism and Buddhism was there from 5th century BC. So we are studying about CE, Common Era. So apart from the Jainism and Buddhism, so there was a Hinduism in our country in medieval age. So when the Muslim rule was started in India, like Delhi Sultans and Mughals, the concept of Islam religion was also introduced. The concept of Islam religion was introduced in our country. So even Muslim religion also, there was a categories like Shias and Sunnis. So like this, on the basis of the lifestyle of the people and the group of societies, see, social groups and political groups made people to divert into different religions to follow their own respective gods. So like this, the new and old religions were emerged in medieval India. So later on, when the Europeans arrived to India, the Christianity was introduced. And the people used to travel from one country to another country. So like this, the concept of other religion, like the Zoroastrian, all those things were introduced. Even in the northwest, the Punjab region, so the Sikh religion was introduced by Baba Guru Nanak. So because why this religion was emerged, that is because of the lifestyle of the people, because the people are not allowed to other group to involve in any ritual activities which was organized in the temples especially. Well, I think this much is enough. We will continue the rest of the things in the next class. If you have any doubts, please contact us. Just read the textbook. Keep on reading the textbook. You will come to know about the new informations and new ideas. Thank you.